everybody. I'm Lorelei, and I am here with my lovely co-host.
Seth Rollins' fake broken knee.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be an interesting topic to talk about. So today's episode is an important one because we're covering something that of some vital importance, and we're also gonna get ready to say goodbye to the Whiplash sector for a lot of reasons. So stick around, don't go anywhere. Well, we are going to be covering SummerSlam first ever two-night event. What can we say about SummerSlam other than the fact that SummerSlam was two nights? Well, that's cool. It's 38 years, and it's getting close to 40 years in about 2 more years from now. And of course, there has been a lot of interesting moments at SummerSlam Night 1 and 2. And yes, Rhea Ripley tweeted, according to Fightful.com, another wrestling source. I think I hate SummerSlam now because Rhea Ripley has been losing at SummerSlam lately. So honestly, I agree with her.
Yeah, that's gonna
I'm
be
pissed off. I'm pissed off for her.
no, I'm
So
not
yeah.
pissed. I'm not pissed at this. Let me tell you why I'm not pissed at this. Because I think it's leading into Rhea finally going back to being the badass bitch that she's supposed to be. I'm tired. I'm actually kind of tired of friendly, cool Rhea. I want, I want God back. All
Eradicator.
right. Yes, I want God back.
You basically want Rhea bloody Ripley back. Okay, got
Yes,
it.
I want
Well,
God
I
back.
get that. I get that. It's just that if she had become champion, she would have done it anyway. She would have come back to being like, what you say, God.
No,
Uh, she would have come back to being real bloody Ripley anyway as a champion.
the
But
only the only
still, it's not fair though, because she had the goal of beating Io Sky, getting championship. So yeah.
the only thing I'm tired of is why do they have to go on a losing streak and get frustrated to turn heel? Because Charlotte did it,
Yeah.
Becky did it, Asuka did it. It's like a
Yeah, I've
fucking
been noticing that.
same as the first with this shit. That's the thing I'm tired of. Like, put the title back on Rhea and make her the supreme bitch of the WWE, please. Like the
Right.
I shouldn't say
Yeah.
supreme bitch. I should say final boss of the women's division. Like I
Okay.
want the
Uh,
final boss back. All right. Screw the Rock. Rhea's the final boss. God damn it.
yeah. Well, I agree with you to an extent because she's been putting on the work for years. Ever since
Yeah.
she debuted on the Million Class, and she's done some great stuff. But every time we see a wrestler, whether they're male or female or any gender, really, yes, we have transgender wrestler on AEW. But every time we've seen a wrestler uh, go on a losing streak, they have to go heel. And it's ridiculous. It's a tired same old story. And it's one that almost every single wrestling promotion should be getting rid of. That type of storytelling. So to get rid of that, try
We're we're
something creative to turn heel.
we're flogging a horse that's been dead since the 1950s. Is
Thank you.
I'm just gonna lose. I'm the cool person. I'm the good person. I'm gonna lose doing the right way, and I'm just gonna get frustrated and turn heel. No, fuck off with that shit. Fuck off. Never should have. Honestly, I
Right.
love Rhea. She's the coolest chick on the planet. Let's just be honest. Rhea Ripley is goals for anybody. All right. She's unlocked the secret. I want her to write a book. All right. She can call it The Secret because she's figured it out. She is literally
Right.
the coolest person on the planet. I just think she's better off. as a fucking badass, as like I said, the final boss of the women's division. That's what she built herself up with the Judgment Day. That's what made her millions. And now to watch
Mhm.
let's just be honest, to watch emo Rhea, it just ain't working for me, bro. It's just not working for
Give it
me.
a horror or something, you know. Do you think you want to be in a horror movie?
Give us
Do
God.
that.
And
You
just
talk about being terrified.
let's go. Oh yeah, she's got a thing for Art the Clown. You haven't seen that interview. Uh, I think that's the only person on the planet Buddy actually has to worry about.
Oh yeah.
But it's still cool, you know. If Buddy ever came back to WWE, they could do their own House of Black. Um,
Yeah, and they could do that with Electric Black as well. Put them all together over what?
yeah, since they've got him
Uh,
back, and somehow find a way somehow to get Julia Hart, which is my new crush, by the way.
yeah, speaking of Julia Hart, she's related to the Hart family.
Mhm.
Okay, I just want to be clear about that because it's been a while since I've been watching AEW. I'm trying to catch up on stuff.
Yeah, Julia
Uh,
Hart's American, and I think she spells her name differently too.
okay, okay, I just want to make sure. But yeah, going into that first night, uh, that was supposed to be like setting the tone of what was going to go into first night. Naomi screwed everybody over yet again, because they were hoping Naomi was going to lose. So, because let's face it, 16 years in the company, there's a reason why they booted her in the first place. Uh, like they gave her the heave ho and say, hey, go to another wrestling promotion or something. We don't want you here. There's a lot of reason behind that, but that was the first time.
Hmm.
And then you have her come back and they proceed with cartoon and all that. Honestly, it feels kind of cartoonish. It's not the heel Naomi that we were hoping to see. We were hoping to see maybe a Trinity Batu type of heel, the type of heel that she was doing at AEW, I think. But
I think
I don't know.
Naomi is doing her thing, and I'm so glad to see it because she deserves a lot of the fluff. I mean, listen, that's another one. She's really put in the work. And I mean, you're talking about somebody who originally came in the WWE and got saddled with a
As a
shitty gimmick.
back up down to right.
Yeah, she was a shitty gimmick for you're right, a backup dancer for a shitty wrestler. Um, but she's put in the work. She's figured out her character. It doesn't hurt that, the main person that can help her is her husband because he's done a whole bunch of good stuff. I mean, it's not Jay, but I mean, when you're married to one of the Usos, come on, you know.
Yeah, and they put her in a video game for the 2K showcase for the Bloodline. So obviously, she contributed to the Bloodline legacy.
Technically is part of the bloodline being Jimmy's wife.
Right. And she's actually in the 2K showcase for
Yep.
WWE 2K25, the game. But so, yeah. Getting out of the way, Naomi, okay. She did a pretty good thing, but at the beginning of the match, she should have not just walked away. I mean, she could have, like, fought him head on.
Well, cowardly heel. It's
Yeah.
the coward heel gimmick that we've seen 5 million times. But I will say this: can we just have those three in a match forever? They just know what they're doing, and that's
Okay.
I
That'd be
love.
hell in a cell then.
I fuck. I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I would
But
watch that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that would be cool. Now we move on, and you got the Tammy Jane Karen Cross situation. Honestly, it could have been on Raw. It could have not been on bad SummerSlam, but for some reason, SummerSlam at POE now for rivalry to be wrapped up. So I don't really understand that, considering that rivalry didn't really last that long.
Yeah, it's one of the big four pay-per-views. That's why this thing, but it kind of needed to come to an end. I'm not upset this came to an end, and I'm kind of pissed that
But
they can find Karrion Cross that much to do. Like I get it. I get what he's trying to do. I get the coalition he's building, but dude, you've
yeah,
got
Final Testament broke up because of related.
but you've got Karrion has so much damn talent. I don't get what the hate is. I know he said some shit after WrestleMania. I got it. And he probably is in the doghouse for that. But good Lord,
Yeah,
have you seen like if you let Karrion Cross be Karrion Cross, I mean shit, the dude is talent on so many levels. He's entertaining as fuck.
right, exactly.
But you don't let Karrion Cross be Karrion Cross. I don't understand. Did he rub Triple H the wrong way? Who's he pissed off? And I'm not just talking about the post WrestleMania rant. I'm talking about even before WrestleMania. Who did he piss off?
That's why I was wondering, was it someone in the backstage or
He's got no
the
pissed off.
writers? Or I mean, she got to be pissing off a lot of people at this point. He
He
just pissed off a few wrestlers who just
but
constantly get the button put.
but WWE's pissing me off
So
by not giving him the proper due.
yeah, I remember when he was in NXT, he was doing a great job. He did not need a Fashion. He did not need a Final Testament, which
Mm-mm.
is years later.
Him and
He
listen,
had a good run, and then he got
him,
injured.
him and Scarlett are perfect. It's
Right.
it's it's a very she could be a very dangerous valet if they let her. I mean, I'm talking, and I'm not just talking about like she could literally be a goat um valet.
Right.
She could be higher than Sunny. Hell, we're getting into the levels of Baby Doll, um, Missy Hyatt. I think she could be going down at better than Missy Hyatt if they would just let them be them.
Yeah.
That's how high I think of Scarlett and Carrion for that matter too.
Yeah, and we did see Charlotte wrestle a little bit, so we got them still at the valor that could be valuable, especially in mid tag team action in the future. But to be honest, if WWE continues the path of like underutilizing talent, just let them go at this point, please.
Yeah,
Stop
and
wasting the time, stop wasting the money. They had goal and you're screwing up the goal.
let him go to Jacksonville and get it over with at this point. Because I'll tell you the truth,
Go to AEW, whatever.
I've been a fan of Scarlett since she was a hoopla hottie. That's how far back I go as far as being a fan of Scarlett Bordeaux. I remember when she was a hoopla hottie. All right.
I remember that.
She could, and by the way, she can sing. She can sing. Go back and when they were in Ring of Honor, when they were doing the Night of Hoopla, or the Night of Hoopla, she actually goes up to Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens, uh, and just starts singing. And then she goes up to Jimmy Jacobs and they start singing you know. And here's the other thing too. A lot of people forget this. Scarlett's done the national anthem when she was in Ring of Honor. I think she was actually one of the anthem people, like they're regular anthem singers. So Scarlett
Yeah, I think
is
you was.
really, a lot of people don't understand. She is really fucking talented.
Yeah, and you know what? It's better not to waste your talent because if you're not going to utilize the skills or put them on a storyline or anything, or even get them out of the mid card,
Yeah.
because you have someone like Karen Cross who was the NXT champion. He was on top of the black and gold brand right into the pandemic. And then he got injured. And then this guy could have been someone. He could have been, I don't know, the next Bray Wyatt for all I care. But there's never going to be another Bray Wyatt though. But I'm just saying, you're utilizing characters that are not just usable anymore at this point. Especially at SummerSlam now. You have a very short-lived rivalry leading up to SummerSlam. That's just do this for a couple of weeks and then Sami Zayn going like, "Ha! I'm done with you. Bye." That's it.
Yeah.
That that
Well,
kind of match could have been done on Raw.
here's what's going to piss me off. They're going to put Sammy back in the U.S. title, the Intercontinental title picture, whatever they're going to do with Sammy. And
Again,
then what's
yeah.
Cross going to do? Cross ain't going to do shit. And which pisses me off because Cross should be. And look, I love Sammy. Don't get me wrong. Everybody knows I love El Generico. All right.
Right. And Sami should have been world champion by now.
Sammy should be in the world championship picture, and Karrion Cross should be in the U.S. title picture right now. Not doing the bullshit he's doing. And I'm sorry, WWE, but you fucked this one up. I'm gonna call you out on this one.
Thank you.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
If you see where we're going with it in the episode, you're going to see why toward the
Yeah.
end. Now, getting on about where we got the TLC match that is celebrating, I believe, 20th anniversary or something like that.
Yep.
Holy shit. 20 years of TLC matches on SummerSlam. And this is a big anniversary for that. So they
SummerSlam.
put that tag team title on the line. Whoa, mind blowing. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good what they did.
It's never going to equal the original. It's never
That's
going to
true.
equal
That's true.
Dudley's,
You
Hardy's,
can't beat it.
and Christian and Edge. It's never going to top that. But it was a hell of a match. And I'm going to say it, and people are going to get pissed, but I'm going to say it. The right team won.
Yeah, the Wyatt did. And you know what? It's calm because the Wyatt did had kind of been put to the side since Bray Wyatt died. Bray Wyatt had a vision of making sure that they all had all the gold, they had all the power in WWE. That was the vision for the Wyatt did. And now it looks like they're getting to that point pretty soon. With maybe US Championship, Intercontinental Championship, Women's Championship, hell, Alexa Bliss might actually turn a Charlotte Flair down the road and finally join the Wyatt ship. Because right now there's like five of them, right? Still, we're
Yeah,
waiting for one more.
I think he's not gonna. I think she's not gonna end up in the Wyatt Six. I just don't.
That would have been awesome.
But I think she'll float back and forth. Maybe, you know, like stay in Nikki Cross's ear or something like that. So
Okay, fair enough.
the reason why I like this is Joe Gacy. I've been a fan of his for a long time, but before this match, there was really only one thing Gacy was ever known for, and it
It's
happened in
my game.
no, it happened in Combat Zone Wrestling. They
Oh,
had
really?
yes,
Okay.
he and I forgot his tag team partner, but they were called the Runaways. And he was the one that would always end up being hypnotized by the Osirian portal. And if you have not seen this, he break dances in the middle of the match.
I remember that.
And I don't know where he pulled these moves off, but son was cooking, man. He was cooking. This guy, he did reruns dance. And then
Hmm.
he did this version of the worm where he slid across the ring on his nose. Like you've seen that in
Oh man.
uh uh break dancing where the guy, you know,
Right.
he's over on his nose. He did that. And I mean, Joe Gacy can freaking dance. I'm just gonna say that right now. I don't know how much
Yeah. For
he can
somebody
do.
who died, that's impressive.
Yeah, but if you haven't seen it, check it out. Is all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
Go catch up on Combat Don't Wrestling video. We highly recommend it.
Here's,
It's one of the best independent promotions, but the really
I think they still
hardcore,
still
okay?
running.
And I speak from experience. I've been there.
Well, I don't think CZW runs anymore though. Like I think they went bankrupt
Oh,
a couple years
really?
ago.
I forgot. Oh, it's
Uh,
been a
well,
while because
they
I'm behind on
again,
stuff.
but you got to remember a lot of the low indies, were basically, fucked because of the pandemic. And I don't think Ring of
Oh
Honor would
yeah,
in
they
any,
got closed out for 2020. Yeah.
but the funniest part is there's actually a second time that the Runaways got hypnotized, and they ended up hypnotizing the entire locker room. And for anybody who's a fan of Mention, uh, you're definitely going to want to check that one out.
Oh yeah.
He
Try
rips
to
her
find it
shirt
on
off.
YouTube if you can. But
Yeah, yeah,
anyway,
yeah. Mention rips her shirt off on that one. So, who's you wondering? There's my perv moment. Sorry, I
there
had
you
to.
go. Alright. So you got the tag team, you got the woman tag team. Uh,
Right
Charlotte
team
Flair,
100.
Alexa Bliss won. Hopefully they're friends now. So what the
No,
Charlotte Flair and Alexa, they will be fun. They
they're
have
not
to.
friends.
They're cheaping now, right? They gotta be fun. But
I don't. I don't. Did you see
yeah, they
the
won
video?
that one. It was pretty good. Hard hitting. A little bit of a shocking moment when Charlotte Flair got hit by accident, but yeah,
Did you
what
see
video what the
the um the video that Alexa and Charlotte did, where Bliss just
after
goes,
SummerSlam?
"No, this was before SummerSlam." Bliss goes, "Do the
Oh,
thing," and she kept going, "Do the thing," and she got
oh,
Charlotte to do the
yeah, I
pop.
think I saw that on like Instagram or something like that, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I needed
yeah,
that
but you know
that week.
what? It was a pretty good match. I give it like 4 stars at least. That's not too bad. Now we have our main event on night one. CM Punk became champion finally after 5 years, only to get screwed over by that fucking Rollins. And also, the way that Rollins grabbed that woman's referee like that was not cool. Cause I could tell she did not like that.
Well, I'll say
Not
this.
cool.
I'll say this in Jessica's defense. Um, if it truly wasn't cool, Becky would have said something to Seth. I can tell you that much. Becky probably have her back.
Maybe bad dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they say something bad dude, who knows. But I think that Rollins, the way that he came in, okay, coming in on the concert, and then turned around, looked like he's getting ready to leave, grab the concert, take off the label or brace or whatever they call it, and literally start running down. And it was funny watching Paul Heyman run down that ramp. It was funny at first. I watched it. I had to rewatch it because I felt like we're gonna get into that in the main event topic at some point. But holy shit, it was funny. Yeah,
Oh,
running down that with the briefcase and everything. It was funny. But I was really disappointed though because we all thought that would actually hurt. He was gonna be gone for like months at a time. That turned out he was only gone for like a month and a half, if that. No, not even a month and a half. It's like, wait a minute. He got injured supposedly on Saturday night main event, right? The
yeah.
Saturday night. So it's about a month, roughly. So almost a month. He's not
Well,
even gone almost a month. He just comes back. So to work like a Kevin Nash kind of work back in WCW.
maybe, but here's the other thing you've got to consider too. If it is a torn ACL, there's not much more he can do to injure it. I mean, like, if you tear your ACL and you could put up with the pain, um, you really could you could wrestle. Now you're gonna be a step slower, but the truth of the matter is, and yes,
He has history.
we have talked, yes, I have talked to an orthopedic doctor about this, so there's your fact check, bro. Um, to those in the comments that are going to fact check me on this one. Uh, an orthopedic doctor basically said, listen, when you tear your ACL, that's literally the worst thing you can do to your ACL. You can't injure it any further. You're going to need surgery, whether you run on it, whether you get the surgery
Right.
the next day, or you get it 6 months or 6 years from now. And I can also do this from experience because my mother tore her ACL. One of her dogs, or one of our dogs, I should say, ended up wrapping the leash around her leg, and you know how dogs do. And my mom lived with a torn ACL for 3 years. Now she was in a lot of pain, but she lived with it for 3 years. And like I said, you're not going to be as fast, but you can still do the work. So if
Yeah.
Seth has a torn ACL, you can have him go as far as he can go. Maybe I don't know, maybe you let him hold on to it till Survivor Series, and then lose to Punk, and then he goes and gets ACL surgery. If he's legitimately hurt, the only way he's going to be wrestling with a knee injury is if it's a completely torn ACL.
Right. There's been talk about Punk versus that Rollins could go on for a while, all the way to WrestleMania. But that's the problem, though. When you have a 20 ACL, sorry, you have a history of knee injury. And we all saw that video the very first time he had that injury. Um, we got to think about that. The history, the surgery that he already did. He's been in and out of WWE maybe what, 4 times already in his career?
Quite
At
a few
least.
times. He's been hurt.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. If he goes and gets the
And
surgery,
the spine too, the back as well.
if he goes and gets the surgery, then you don't have to worry about him wrestling at WrestleMania. And you might not have to worry about him wrestling in 27's WrestleMania too, depending on when he goes. Now, if he gets the surgery after SummerSlam, he's out probably, or not after SummerSlam, but after Survivor Series. He's probably out till SummerSlam next year. Which, okay, not really a bad thing given the main event picture right now in WWE. Hey,
Right.
I get it because I watched that. I've seen excerpts from that. What is it? Unscripted. And Rhea is right.
Unreal.
Yeah,
They call it
Unreal.
Unreal. Yeah.
Rhea is right. The worst thing that can happen to you in this business is you go away for a long time and people forget who you are. But maybe that's why you put the belt on Seth, and maybe Seth will drop it the next couple of weeks and go have the surgery because everybody's going to remember
Yeah.
that moment where Seth screwed Punk and
And
he
Punk is
comes
gonna be an angry, angry dumbbell.
and then he
An
comes back.
angry secretary thing. He's gonna burn it down.
Well, that's going to be my whole thing with Punk. It's like when Seth comes back, that's who he comes back against is CM Punk.
And depending on how Raw will go, at the time of this recording, I'm pretty sure that, that Rollins and CM Punk are gonna go at it
Oh, absolutely.
somewhere during Monday Night Raw for sure. Oh
But see,
yeah.
that's also the
Then you
whole thing.
have all these other shows, all these matches. The U.S. Championship was pretty good. But Jacob Fatu got glue on that one. Big time. Solo MFT. Okay, let's be honest. The MFT name, I could work with that. Because you can't take the bloodline name. You can't. But MFT, I could work with that. But the problem with the MFT, though, that you are getting a little overcrowded at this point. You're trying to replicate what the bloodline did. That's almost impossible.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with everything Bloodline at this point. Let's just I, I,
Yeah,
I'm so done with it.
yeah. So while Jacob Fatu could have won that U.S. championship, it's not fair that Solo and MFT screwed over Jacob. It's really not fair. So I don't know how they're gonna play this out because honestly, he could have won. He, everything was pointing to him winning. I got handcuffed, he got beat up, I made it through. I was this close. Until Tyler Longer showed up with a big ass boot, slammed it right through the damn cage door. And I'm like, what the? Oh, damn. That pissed me off more than anything. I was like, oh, come on. Not fair. Not fair. Now, moving on, I think we covered the majority of night one and all that. The night two, uh, woman, wait a minute. Night two is the woman triple threat, right? Or what did night one?
No, that kicked off night two. You were kind of all over
Okay.
the place. You had half a night two and half a night one.
Yeah, and then night one, oh, yeah, Tiffany Stratton, I forgot about her. Jay Cargill. That's the reason why I forgot that match. Because I was really pissed that Jay Cargill did not win. It was her time. It was her fucking time. And she took way too long on that ambulance data right at the end. That's all I'm going to say about that match. Other than that, I completely forgot it because I do not really like Tiffany very much. And the fact that she won and retained. So,
I'll defend Tiffany. I'll defend
fine,
Tiffany.
you be the co-host that defends Tiffany. I'm the one that defends Jay.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and shit on Jade either because I think right now Jade's a little lost. I'll say that. I think you have to agree with me on that. Jade's a little lost at the moment after coming off
Okay,
the
fine. I'll give you that
Diamond.
one. I will give you that one.
Yeah.
Because of
But
what happened at
Tiff,
Evolution and all that crap. And yeah, I'll give you that one. But the
Tiffany,
Naomi situation. Yeah, I'll give you
well,
that one.
Tiffany's come into her own. And I'm kind of tired of the Tiffany hate. Yes, I hate her theme. Yes, I can't stand to hear it's Tiffy time. But at the same time, it works for her. And what she's doing works for her. and she's really,
But
like I
she's
said,
still
can't
unexperienced,
go
so she
wrong.
still got a lot to learn.
Yeah, but I'll say this: that match, I became a fan of hers in that match against Charlotte.
The
When she,
WrestleMania match, yeah,
yeah,
that was a good one.
when she proved she can go with Charlotte, she won me over. I was not her biggest fan going into that match, and I became a fan of hers coming out of that match. Because she can hold her own against Charlotte and Rhea and Io. It I think
Well, she
it's
had to go on it just Rhea, yeah.
yeah. Well, what I'm saying is if she can prove that she can hold on to with Io and hold out with Rhea, I think it's time we stop shitting on Tiffany. I know
Okay,
it
fine.
because
Like she had to go to the dive, Becky Lynch, and a few others, then yeah, we'll
she
call it.
because Tiffany's just an easy target. She's the cute
Well, she's
blonde.
a dumb blonde, that's why.
Yeah, no, I know what it is. I know what it is.
With the beard, you know.
She does have a Divas era throwback, but
Thank you. That's
unlike
what
a
I'm
lot
trying to
of
say.
yeah, but unlike a lot of the divas, she can actually wrestle.
Yeah,
So
but you gotta get rid of that diva
I don't
throwback
think
attitude,
so.
though. You can
It
do
works
a
for
little
her.
bit better.
It works for her though. If they want to keep her, like this, I'm
Okay,
okay with
fine. We'll see what happens over the next few months.
yeah.
Although we're not really gonna see what happens, but we'll get into that in the main event topic. Uh, so we got all of that out of the way for night one. Gucci is pretty funny. He got elbowed by Cody B, the host of SummerSlam. Okay, that was funny. But did you hear that crowd booing when they saw the presidential fitness test
Yeah.
video with Triple H and
Which is which is
Brock and
actually
all that
sad
shit?
because
The
it's
whole
one of the
crowd actually booed so loud.
yeah, which is kind of funny to me because that is one of the few things I agree with Trump on that we needed to keep the presidential fitness stuff. Um, again, very few things. Sunshine,
What is the
dog.
presidential fitness test again?
It's a series of like push-ups, sit-ups. We used to do it in school. Remember, they'd all take us outside for like a day. I don't know
Like
if
in
you,
the 80s and the 90s?
yeah, but that's what we would do,
Yeah, I remember that. But
doing
I
a whole
did
bunch
not
of.
know it was called the presidential fitness test pattern.
But that is something I do agree with, simply because I think a lot of these kids need to go outside more. And I'm not going to be one of those that "Hey, damn kids playing the video games." No, I just think that we're coming off a time in which what was the first things cut? Recess and the arts. If we're gonna shit on the arts and we're gonna shit these kids, they need this
Yeah,
stuff.
I met the art and the research and all the fun stuff.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna sit here and
Even
go,
film class, I met that.
well, I'm not also not gonna sit here and spew the myth that that's gonna get rid of ADHD because that's a chemical thing. All right. That's a biology thing. All
Yeah,
right.
it's a neurodevelopmental
But
disability
but
center
here's
support. It's
here's the
not.
thing. Here's the thing. You cannot
You're
keep
born with it.
children, you can't keep children cooped up in a building for 8 hours either. All right.
Thank you.
That's when you're going to get, I think what you're going to see if we can get back to forcing schools to give recess is you're going to see a lot of the violence in the schools go down. Because a lot of it is because these fucking kids are rambunctious because
Yeah,
they don't have an
post-pandemic
outlet.
violence. Yeah,
They don't have a fucking
people
outlet.
are getting put out. Yeah.
Sure, some of the shit we did, I hope never comes back, like dodgeball. But I kind of,
God, I hated dodgeball.
me too. You can tell what side of the dodgeball we were on. Uh,
Yeah, both of us, we were the loser. But
but
somehow, we were the last one standing, right? I was the last one standing. And guess what? I beat that team. What
Here's
now? What now,
now
popular kid? What now, cheerleader? What? What famous now?
dodgeball was not my thing. Kickball, on the other hand, oh, guess who was one of the first people always picked in kickball? Because Daddy's got a foot.
I'm doing the yo thing. Yeah,
I lost more balls. Seriously, at my
I
elementary school,
love kickball.
I
I love
lost
that. That was a lot of
more
fun.
balls
Much
in the
better than
woods.
dodgeball.
Oh yeah, I lost more balls in the woods because I would just kick the crap out of them because I would take all the pent up frustration I had and just kick the fucking
Kick
ball.
it way over the fence. Okay.
Oh, we didn't have fence. We just had it just went straight into the wood.
Well, we had a fence for some reason, but we'll kick it over.
I loved
That was a
kickball.
good time.
I should sign up. We used to have an adult kickball league around here, and we don't have it anymore. It kind of sucks.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
that
You
that's
know
just
what? Wouldn't have done that bad.
that's just my 2 cents on that. Listen, I love the fact they booed the shit out of it.
Yeah, because of the fact that Trump is a bad guy.
Yeah. Uh and you also had another PDF file that was
Oh,
back there
yeah.
too with the greatest crackhead in the world, Lawrence Taylor, was also
Yeah.
there.
That's a problem. That's a third problem.
But
Trump went on rambling during the paid interview or whatever
that's called
after
a
signing
2K.
that test. Yeah,
Trump,
that's called
Trump
a
going
2K.
rambling is now just
And Triple H standing right next to him, like behind him. He's making that look. He's going like, he just realized his buddy at the
that's you know what the funniest thing is, by the way, that whole family, that whole
he's
McMahon
freaking
family
out.
are a bunch of Trump supporters. I hate to break the news to everybody, but the funniest thing is, did you ever see when Linda was in front of Congress and Triple H and
Oh boy.
Stephanie was there, and Triple H got the water bottle and started looking up like he was about to spit in the air?
Yeah, he was ready to get out of that room. You could tell he did not like his mother-in-law very much.
I don't
But
think
some
Triple.
reason,
I'll be honest. I don't think Triple H is
I
very
don't know.
political.
That was the vibe I got.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I don't think he's a very political person. Like
Yeah, why are you voting him? Yeah,
U.S. politics, wrestling politics is an extremely political person, but he's gonna do what TKO tells him to do because how many people who put money in dickhead's pocket run TKO?
right, right. But basically they're forcing him to do things that he's not comfortable with. And the way he stood right behind Trump, freaking out, looking at Trump while Trump was talking about
I just think
the
he
woman and everything. I mean, I was like, he was, no, he was ready to walk out, man. Triple H was ready to walk out. I'm not defending Triple H, though.
I'm
Um, he
listen.
got daughters and everything, but TKO is the one that's running the whole thing,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
but I also get it. I know he's probably a conservative. We know Shawn Michaels is. He wears his politics on his
I
sleeve.
like, that whole DS thing, that's a thing conservative to me.
Well, have you ever he said he had to spend a lot of time telling his kids, "Hey, that was a different me." Uh but
Yeah, yeah.
anyways, let's get back on track because yeah,
All right, so we got that out of the way. That was actually one big focal point of SummerSlam. Then we had um, the Intercontinental Championship, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. We got two titles, IT title on
why
the line.
why was that stipulation put in? I love
Yeah,
okay,
that was
okay,
backed up.
okay. This
I mean,
is
I get that they were trying
yeah.
to get it
There,
back
there
and
had to
make
be
it
some
fair, but
there had to be some meat on the bones for that match to make sense at SummerSlam. I got it. But here's
baby
another
fucked
one.
up.
Lyra's another one that doesn't get her just due.
Yeah,
Because her and Becky tear the house down every time they wrestle.
right. And you're putting Lyra, but you're not giving her the right put. That's the problem.
And by the way, can we please give some kudos to Becky Lynch? Because she's at that point. Hear me out.
Okay, fine. I give
She's
you
at that.
kudos to Becky Lynch.
Well,
50% kudos. That's it.
well,
The
my
other
whole thing.
50, I'm still hating her.
Hang on. My whole thing with Becky is Becky didn't have to do this. All right. Becky didn't have to
Yeah,
go Women's Intercontinental Championship. Let's just be honest. That's a title beneath her. And she
yeah.
went for she went to do this program specifically to lift Lyra up. By the way, mission accomplished, Becky.
Although, you can never challenge for the title again, though.
Lyra
Yeah, I
only
can't.
as long as Becky's champion. As
Right.
long as Becky's champion,
So
then Lyra.
Bailey had to do
And
something.
I think that's what they'll do. They'll end up transitioning the championship to somebody else, and then it'll go back on Lyra. And I think Lyra can run with it for a long ass time.
Oh, yeah.
Right
I
now,
mean, you did pretty good. You were the first IT champion.
yes,
So that's history.
and Lyra's gonna be when Charlotte, because probably Alexa don't want to be there very long. I mean, she's got to
Yeah, a couple more
listen.
years, but that's
I'm
good.
not gonna question Alexa Bliss's commitment. All right, this is not what this is. I just think she's found what Becky found. She enjoys being a mother. That's cool. So, but what I'm saying is, Charlotte is probably going to start slowing down a little bit. I think Becky right now is in a perfect position of lifting up the younger ones, lifting up the next, when Rhea and Io are fully, 1 and 2, there's going to have to be somebody that comes up behind them. And I think that's what Becky's doing now. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Becky goes back to NXT every once in a while too. But she is on such a huge level that even being in a program with her makes your career.
Right.
It tells everybody, hey, you've arrived. And I love that for Lyra because she's going to be part of the next level. Her and Ivy, if they can get Ivy Nile going good, she's going to be in that next.
Somehow.
Yeah, if they
I
could
mean,
just
to start with
start her.
American Made. And that name,
That's
that
got to
good,
end.
man. Come on. American
American
Made.
Made is just such an albatross right now for everybody in
Yeah,
that
thank you.
in that stable.
And Chad Gable, that's a new El Grande Americano
Everybody's
now.
El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm El Grande Americano.
Nobody knows too.
Hey. Uh,
Yeah, well, they're gonna start comparing bodies and stuff like that. They're doing the Kaiser, that's the one that Grande Americano right now. So that's
yeah.
what they're doing.
Wasn't Otis El
Uh,
Grande Americano at one time too?
nah, I don't know. It's just so weird. And really
Let's
disrespectful to local Lapui, by the way.
let's
The Western culture.
let's switch over
A
to the
lot of
men's.
people at AAA hate what our Grande Americano doing.
Well,
Then we got the men's IT championship.
oh,
Oh my God.
Eddie
What
tribute.
the?
The Eddie tribute, man. Was that not
That was
beautiful?
good.
And
But the
and
ending, what the fuck?
AJ
Yo.
played it to the hilt. Not only did he fall down,
Yeah, that was
put
so
the
good
chair
though.
across his neck.
He put the chair right across his lap. And then the referee was like, you know what? We're going to let the match continue. You really thought that you both could get away with that?
was dying, and you're just sitting there
My
because
God, that was
like,
I let a bar off through that one.
you know what? And kudos to WWE for still telling the story that
Kudos.
Dominic might be Eddie's kid. That's
Yeah.
long-term storytelling.
But the way it ended though, he got that character, and then all of a sudden the boot comes off.
Yep.
Dominic used the boot and still retained the championship. Oh,
And
that
I
was
liked it.
fucked up.
I liked it.
And nobody saw him pick off the boot. Nobody saw it until they caught the camera later.
Well, here's the thing. If you wanted Dom Dom to be a good guy, think again.
Fair
That's
enough.
what that
Fair
was.
enough.
That's what that was. That was, oh, I suckered y'all's asses back in. I love
Yeah.
it. All right, let's talk it.
But hey, hold on to the title. What we Judgment Day might stuck around a couple more weeks, but at some point they're gonna have to
Why?
break up.
Why? Please put the corpse in the grave.
Please, please do it. Break up somehow.
Or,
I
you know
think
what?
Liv, when she comes back, she might be the catalyst to breaking up the Judgment Day.
I think that's what they're waiting on is Liv. But at this point, you know what I would do? I would make the Judgment Day just Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, and Dom Dom. Kick everybody else out, and that can be
Getting
the
rid
judge.
of Finn and JD. Okay.
It's not that I'm not a fan of JD. It's just that I think JD's getting lost in the shuffle when it comes to
Yeah.
the day.
Other
Finn,
than tag team championship, he's not getting a lot of shot.
Finn seems to be limping along until his contract ends, and
Right.
Carlito is kind of I got it, but
I think
it's
they already got rid of him. They're gone.
yeah.
He's gone. But
All
yeah,
right,
we'll see what happens over
it's
the
that
next
time.
month or so.
The 450
Yeah,
foot
main event. Oh, and yeah, how
tunnel.
cool was that Jelly Roll?
Uh,
Roll Randy Orton. Come on. Jelly Roll did a really good job, though.
he
He
was.
showed up. He put in the work. He showed
I'm
up.
I'm just tired. I'm just tired of celebrities.
Okay,
Jump.
fine. But seriously, though, Jelly Roll did a pretty good job. He
He's
put
all
in the
right.
fight, though.
He was all right, but
Anyway, main event.
Logan
Cody
Paul.
Rhodes, John Cena.
You can't see me. Okay, I said do it just once. That
About that John Cena came back with that original entrance was pretty cool.
I am. I think now I've had my fill, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying. I know we got till December with John Cena, but I just want to say one thing real quick. Thank God. Heel Cena is finally over.
Yeah,
Oh
it didn't
my,
work for some reason.
the baddest idea. And I love the way they turned him back. It was perfect. It was the
Right.
right thing to do. He
And
goes,
Cody did not have to turn heel at all.
well, no, because John did it right. John did it absolutely right. It was, hey, I'm over here pretending I'm somebody I'm not because I wanted to make a moment. And then the people who told me this was going to work just basically turned their back on me. And
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant because you know what this sets up, right?
Right.
With him planting that seed, I can see it at Survivor Series.
Are
Cena,
you talking about War Game?
no, no, not a War Games match, a one-on-one match. I see it now. John Cena and The Rock.
Here's the problem with that though. Brock Lesnar came back. We're gonna talk about that a little bit
But
in the
that's gonna
main
be Brock
event
and
topic,
Cody. Come
but
on, let's be. I know he attacked Cena, and I know they're gonna have one more run with
yeah,
Brock and Cena, and I got that. But I think before it's all said and done, we're going to get a Cena Rock match.
Even though they did it at WrestleMania, but okay.
No, I mean, I think that's going to be his last match because you got the if that's where you're going to go with John Cena's last match, you set the storyline Friday night.
Not into Dumbo.
No, I mean, I'm dead serious. I would do it. I would make Rock Cena. That would be John Cena's final match in the WWE. Is The Rock, because you set the storyline Friday night by you can go on by saying, okay, you can work this thing as Cena will come out and verbally assault The Rock, going, dude, you were telling me you had my back, dude. I'm trying to make a moment here.
Okay, yeah, I got that part.
You
Because you
said
wouldn't know
you
where
had
to
my
be found,
damn,
right?
you said you had my back, and then you drag out Travis Scott, and then you get him fired. We all know who.
Well, actually, they didn't really follow him. They just like
Yeah, but they got
grabbed
rid.
him because of feel like they adjust
Well,
him. But yeah.
well, that's the whole thing. It's like, hey, you said Travis Scott was going to have my back, and then the next thing I know, he's gone. You said you were going to have my back, and the next thing I know, you're hiding off somewhere, making a deal with the UFL. That's
Or
exactly
making that movie about the Matthew McKinney or
yeah.
whatever.
There you go. There you
It's a
go. It's like
completely different in that
that's what
movie.
you could have to set this up. Is John Cena come out and go, dude, you said you were going to have my back, and then you ran off and made a movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you look different, man. He's gonna make fun of the Rock looking different in that movie. Guarantee you. Mhm. It's going to be a Dr. Dynamic promo. Rap battle, baby.
and here's the thing. You can always say, if you want to put Cena and Brock at some at why I keep
Yeah,
saying
do that one last
at
time.
Survivor Series. If you wanted to do that at Survivor Series, then you explain it away as The Rock sent Brock. And
Okay.
Brock was pissed off. Or, I mean, even if you want to do it in September or October, what you do, it's the easiest explainer
Flat in Paris.
possible. Yeah, it's the easiest,
Flat in Berlin. Whatever.
but you can easily explain it
Bad
by
blood.
having you can have the Rock tape something and go, John, I heard what you said on SmackDown. It pissed me off. That's why I went and got Brock Lesnar. Now you're going to have to fight. If you want a piece of me, you go through Brock Lesnar.
Oh boy.
I'm telling you, it's
Uh,
gold. It would
it's
be
very
gold.
similar to that video game storyline that they did in the WWE 2K game.
Mhm.
Where Roman Reigns was like, no, you want to beat me, you go to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
Same shit.
that's exactly how I'd run it too. That's exactly how I'd run it. Is is Rock tells Cena in the next 2 months, listen, if you want a piece of my ass at Survivor Series, then you are going to go have to beat Brock Lesnar. If you can't beat Brock Lesnar, we ain't fighting. That I know now. If you can't beat Brock
The
Lesnar,
people
I know
count.
you ain't got shit in the tank. Your tank is empty. You're done. You're not worth my time.
Oh, that's gonna be a hell of a promo. We'll see how that goes, the Rock style, because he's gonna do that.
Yeah,
Gaboni,
totally.
Kenny, all that kind of shit, stuff is good. But the way that ended though, Cody did not have to turn heel, which is good, but it did set up the whole story with Rock. And that's something we're gonna talk about later. So any other thing that you want to add for the summer recap?
Not really, because I think we talked it all. We talked it all to death. We need to get to
What
the
about the poster? They changed it completely now. So they're doing quite confident.
I,
And that's the theory that I have for the main event topic. So
I don't watch post shows anymore.
Yeah, I have a theory about that, but we'll get into all of that in the main event topic. So wrapping up SummerSlam, it was pretty good for the most part. I will give it maybe 4.5 stars for night one in general. Night two, definitely 4.5 as well. Uh, so combined, for both nights, I would say maybe at least 4 stars.
This,
Not even five, but at least
well,
four.
here's mine. It was better than WrestleMania.
Okay, that I will give you. Yeah, it was better than WrestleMania because SummerSlam is supposed to be the summer version of WrestleMania. So
Yep,
there you go.
it was a better
All
show.
right, we'll be right back. Okay, so main event topic. We are saying goodbye to our audience, to pretty much everybody on social media for a lot of reasons. And one of the reasons is that while we were talking about SummerSlam, a lot of cool things happened over the summer with Money in the Bank and everything else. There was things going on outside of WWE, like TNA, Slammiversary, a lot of good stuff. But to sum up, there's one big reason why I want to talk about it is because what happened at the end of SummerSlam was a bit of bullshit. We did not get a lot of news. The Wrestling World, the podcast, did not get a lot of news or updates on that lawsuit where Brock Lesnar was named. So we have to ask the question, is it safe to continue watching wrestling, especially when it sounds like WWE might be giving a middle finger to the World Women's Wrestler and women in general by allowing Brock Lesnar to come back? Or did they actually confirm that Brock Lesnar's legislation has been clear and he's done it and now he's coming back? We don't know. So it all depends on the resolution of that lawsuit for his part. Zimmerman would still be due for a little bit longer. But I have to say that though, that's one of the biggest reasons why I want to talk about it, because after last night, I was absolutely pissed off with Brock Lesnar coming back. Um, you guys been using them too long. I get that. You use them for like big storyline or whatever. I get that. But I'm gonna be honest. That lawsuit might have still been going on. He might still be named. We don't know if it's been clear or not. You just brought him back. And the post though, the way you changed it on SummerSlam, pissed me off so much. Because it's like you want to get rid of the conflict so you don't get the hard getting question about Brock Lesnar coming back. Is he clear from that lawsuit? You don't want that. So that's why you changed it. So honestly, I think WWE is a bunch of fucking cowards. So you need to say something officially about the Brock Lesnar situation if you're going to let him continue to come back for the rest of the year. That's why, one of the reasons why I'm saying goodbye. I have a couple other reasons, but Yanni, what's your reason?
I don't want to do it anymore. Legitimately,
That's another
I don't
reason
want to
for
do
me
it
too.
anymore. We did a season, and everybody says don't knock it till you try it. But the truth of the matter is,
Right,
I schedule the way it is. I can't watch Raw. I really can't watch SmackDown or AEW. I can't watch NXT. I can't really
or
sit down,
TNA.
yeah, or TNA. And to be honest with you, how many ex WWE, WCW wrestlers now have podcasts? It's a
Right.
full
And
slate.
wrestling streamer. Look, I mean,
Yeah.
everybody are trying to compete for the same spot. Wrestling podcasters, especially wrestling journalists who are podcasters, are not getting enough respect.
Well, a lot of them don't earn the respect either. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Um, I've seen
that's
some of the.
fair.
I actually agree with Rhea on some of the comments. On what she had to say, I agree with Rhea Ripley. And there's a lot
Yeah,
of people that have a mouth that have a expensive mouth and a cheap ass. So their mouth writes checks, their ass really can't cash.
right.
And that's what I think about a lot of, especially a certain one from New York. He's overdrawn at the First National Bank of Ass, but still continues to write checks.
Mm.
He's, but that my whole thing is I'm tired. It actually, I'm not gonna lie, this podcast kind of soured me on watching wrestling for a while because it became a job. It wasn't
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It
was fun. We were trying to figure out the schedule. We were talking about season two, but that did not happen because, to be honest, the wrestling schedule with TV and everything is way too much at this point. It's
well, yeah.
barely impossible to keep up on.
And to be honest, I'm a hell of a lot more passionate about horror than I am professional wrestling.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm on a
Oh,
Hoya Cheeto.
yeah.
So,
I don't want to do it
after
as
watching SummerSlam last night,
yeah, well,
I'm
I'll
not
just say
very
this.
passionate about wrestling, and a lot of people are saying the same thing right now because of the Brock Lesnar situation. They
Yeah,
got a lot
well,
of mixed emotions, so
I'll just say that I don't want to do this as a valid reason not to do it. So,
yeah, it's a valid reason. We all have our reasons, but we are still going to continue the whole another experience. We got our other thing going on, so if you want to find it, check it out in the video description below. But we're being honest with you right now. It's not as fun. It took way too much time trying to do the live watch along. I mean, there's way too many Twitch and YouTube wrestling streamers competing for the same fucking spot, doing the same fucking thing. There's nothing new. And you can follow like 500 streamers live reacting to Raw, SmackDown, TNA, or whatever. But I promise you, there's not really much different other than the background and the posting or whatever. That's the only difference that you're gonna see. So to be honest, Whiplash system would have oversaturated the market at this point.
yeah. So we're done.
So
That's it.
honestly, I'm glad we're done.
I'll just do it in the words of Batista. I quit.
Thank you. You know what? I want to say that too. I quit too. Fuck you. I'm out of here. But you know what? We had a lot of fun in the first season. It's just not as fun anymore.
Yeah.
But you are see us on a whole night experience. You're gonna see us be much more passionate. And once in a while, if we find a wrestling movie that has Hoyer in it, we'll talk about it. But that's about it.
All
All right,
right.
y'all.
Time to go.
Time to lay this back down. Get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Ooh, motherfucker.
Please, yeah, and please continue to speak up and share your thoughts on the Black Lives situation and everything because a lot of people want to know what's going on with that. So, that is a wrap. And doing the Johnson, doing that to Johnson like Cody Rhodes did at SummerSlam. Bye.